my taxes next year are going to, my Troy-only taxes will go up 72%, or $72, I'm sorry, 6% over what I paid last year. My total tax bill will go down by $461. I can afford to keep my quality of life and pay that additional $72 that I would have gotten back the other way.
All right, next question here to the S team. Why not explore using volunteers for running the library and parks and non-emergency services? Why not reduce the police department by training neighborhood patrols of residents? Bill, why don't you take that one?
I'm quite pleased with the having the safest city in the southeast Michigan, or in Michigan, and I do appreciate that we have local control of the one organization that can use legal force. I prefer that to other modes of operation. Some people have said, why don't we go even to the county and use the sheriff's department? As a matter of fact, one of the things we could be doing is looking at what we do pay the county. We pay a mill to the sheriff's department every year. How long has it been since you've seen a sheriff in Troy? We get no benefit from that other than when we send someone to lockup. We happen to get, so yeah, the county balances their budget. We're subsidizing Oakland Township and Rochester Hills police forces.
No team rebuttal?
Yeah. This issue is not about jobs per se. This issue is about spending. And Troy doesn't have a tax problem, they have a spending problem. A lot of this relates nothing to jobs. It has to do with, for example, a $6 million project to build a transit center that's not going to add any services. Go ahead,
I'm suggesting that I don't know why Troy has to appear to be this oasis in a sea of economic distress. All the cities around the nation, quite frankly, are having budget constraints and budget problems. I would rather see Troy be the front runner in showing how we can balance our budget and live within our means, just like the residents have to do. There's nowhere that I'm going to go and ask for an increase when there is no money left. And that's the way I feel about the city. They need to live within their means and show the nation how to live within our means.
All right, new question here. We'll start with the no team. Would 10% wage cuts solve the deficit? Why do you not use the entire general budget wage base, $62 million, in determining the savings?
Well, you know, that may solve the problem. In fact, that would way more than solve the problem in the first year of this period we're talking about, because one of the unbelievable things about what's proposed here is in the first year the analysis will show that the receipts in terms of additional tax revenue will almost be $8 million, and in fact the need will be a little over $1 million. That's how extreme this proposal is. But let me repeat, in my view, this is not about cutting jobs. This is about maintaining services. It's getting realistic with wages and benefits, and particularly on the benefits side, there's a lot of items, and we don't have time to talk about them today, where Troy is out of line, way out of line compared to the private sector. So in addition to that, the capital programs, the cost, beautification project to put up a fountain, a canopy for a library that apparently is closing. These kinds of crazy spending are things that are not helpful to the residents.
And I think that each and every one of us could think of one way.
All right, hold on. Let's go to the rebuttal there. 30-second rebuttal from Vanessa. You'll have your chance. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, 10% won't do the job. The numbers come from the county. These are not made up. They come from the executive offices. We could lay off every employee other than the police and still not solve the problem. I mean, that's 100% wage cut. 10% and tightening the belt isn't the issue. This is truly a crisis. And the numbers are coming from the executive, Oakland County Executive's offices. It's not as if John made these up. If you don't believe John, then you don't believe the Oakland County.
Well,
I want to add one point. The question is a factual error. It said $62 million was the wage base. It's 42 million.
Oh, okay, all right. John, which we talked about John, I don't want to leave him out, but we do have a number of questions regarding our city manager. I'm just reading the questions, okay? Let's give this to the city manager.
You get a rebuttal?
Yes, each could have 30 seconds. What the heck? We'll do that. How about this? To our city manager, how does the city manager justify asking for a $40 million tax increase when he is one of the highest paid public officials in Michigan, over $220,000 per year, and has he refused to take a pay cut? I just asked the question.
A 2-minute response on this?
One.
1 minute? Okay. My job was to take a look at forecasting revenues and expenditures. And there was a cap on the millage rate when I took a look at this forecast. Because there was such a dire spread between